Every single one of us started out in exactly the same way. But how does that actually happen? Well, today we're going to dive into one of the most fundamental stories in all of biology, the absolutely incredible journey of human reproduction. So let's just jump right in. The big question is this: how do you go from just two microscopic cells, things you can't even see, to a complex, thinking, breathing human being? It's basically a 9-month biological epic, and we're going to break it all down for you. All right, so every good story needs its main characters, right? Well, ours starts with two super specialized cells, the sperm and the ovum. And as you're about to see, they're created by two completely, and I mean remarkably, different biological systems. And this is where it gets really fascinating, because you see a total contrast in strategy here. On one hand, the male system is like a nonstop factory, just churning out millions upon millions of sperm from puberty onwards. But the female system? It's the polar opposite. It creates its entire lifetime supply of eggs before birth, and then just meticulously releases them, usually one per month. So yeah, two totally different game plans for the exact same goal. So let's take a peek inside that factory, shall we? The process is called spermatogenesis, and it's basically a constant production line. You have these basic germ cells that multiply, divide, and then mature into those streamlined little swimmers we call sperm. And it is an incredibly efficient, high-volume operation. Get this, it can crank out around 1,500 sperm every single second. Wow. Okay, now for the ovum, the strategy is completely different. It's all about quality over quantity. This whole process, which we call oogenesis, actually kicks off before a female is even born. Can you believe that? All the potential eggs are made at once and then just put on pause. Them starting at puberty, only one gets chosen each month to mature, with the body pouring all its energy and nutrients into making that one single, perfect, viable cell. Now, it's really important to take a quick pause here, because our source material makes a point to address a very common and frankly harmful misconception. It makes it crystal clear that the state of the hymen is just not a reliable way to tell anything about sexual experience. It can be changed by all sorts of non-sexual activities like sports, for instance. So that's a crucial piece of info to have. Okay, so we've got our two main cells. The stage is set. Now for the hard part. They actually have to meet. And this next phase, it's a total race against the clock, all orchestrated by an unbelievably precise hormonal schedule. And that schedule is, of course, the menstrual cycle. You can think of it like a hormonal symphony that plays out over about 28 days. Every single phase has a critical job to do, first clearing out the old uterine lining, then carefully rebuilding a brand new one, and it all leads up to the main event right around day 14, ovulation. The whole point of this entire process is to create the absolute perfect, most welcoming environment for a fertilized egg. And then, right on cue, a big surge of hormones triggers the single most pivotal moment of the whole cycle: ovulation. Just one single mature egg is released from the ovary, and that creates a very narrow window of opportunity. But that one little egg, it's about to face an absolute army. We're talking 200 to 300 million sperm released during insemination. For every single one of them, it's the start of a seriously treacherous journey, an incredible race where in the end, only one can win. And somehow, against all of those incredible odds, one sperm makes it. The very second it penetrates the ovum, bam, fertilization happens. Their genetic material fuses, and a brand new single-celled entity called a zygote is formed. This right here, this is day one of a new human life. So that zygote, it's like the spark that lights the fuse. Think about it. Packed inside that one tiny cell is the complete genetic blueprint for an entire human being. And now, an absolutely astonishing process of multiplication and transformation is about to begin. And get this, at that very instant of fusion, the baby's biological sex is set in stone. As our source material points out, this is decided 100% by the sperm. Here's why. The egg always provides an X chromosome. It's the sperm that's the wild card, carrying either another X or a Y. That's what completes the instruction and determines the outcome. So for the next 9 months, what we call gestation, that single cell just undergoes this miraculous transformation. The milestones are just mind-blowing. After only 1 month, a heart is formed and it starts to beat. By the end of month 3, most of the major organ systems are already there. By month 5, the first movements can be felt. And by the end of the second trimester, you've got eyelids separating and eyelashes forming. It's incredible. And by month 9, a fully developed fetus is ready to meet the world. So, you might be wondering, how is all this incredible growth even possible? Well, it's all fueled by a temporary but absolutely brilliant life support system, the placenta. This amazing organ is the ultimate multitasker. It does the work of lungs, kidneys, you name it, delivering oxygen and nutrients and getting rid of waste all through the umbilical cord. All right, so after 9 incredible months of development, our journey reaches its ultimate climax. The blueprint has been followed, the construction is complete. Now it is time for the final push, birth. This process, which is technically called parturition, is driven by this really powerful feedback loop. It all starts with a signal from the fully developed fetus, which triggers the first mild uterine contractions. That little signal tells the mother's brain to release a hormone called oxytocin, which in turn makes the contractions stronger. And guess what? Those stronger contractions then signal the brain to release even more oxytocin. It's this amazing, self-amplifying cycle that just builds and builds and builds until the baby is born. And the amazing support system doesn't even stop at birth. The mother's body provides one last, absolutely crucial gift. The very first milk, called colostrum, is this golden, antibody-rich fluid. And it's so much more than just food. You can think of it as the newborn's very first immunization, delivering this perfect shield of protection as it enters its new environment. So when you really step back and think about the whole thing, the story is just breathtaking, isn't it? It's a race against 300 million to 1 odds, immediately followed by a 9-month construction project of almost unimaginable complexity. It's a true testament to precision, to timing, and to resilience. This is the incredible process that connects every single one of us, and it kind of leaves you with this one final thought to chew on. What does this intricate, improbable journey really teach us about the sheer, stubborn persistence of life itself?